Hello and welcome back to Forager 1.0. We're back for the viewer challenges mode that we started 2 episodes ago. So far, our rules are no backpack upgrades was last episode's rule, and the rule before that was minimum bridges. Only the minimum amount of bridges needed, no building to increase the land or anything like that. There's been a lot of great comments in the past episodes here. I should highlight a couple of them. Hayden Rogers, I tried to find your comment last time. You said, kill no chickens was your one for episode 1, and you were nice enough to point it out again on episode 2 here. I just couldn't find it for whatever reason. When I sort by top comments, it doesn't show up. If I do newest first in the comment section, then it shows up. And I don't know why it wasn't showing up before. I don't know why it does that. So that makes me think I'm missing more comments than I actually am reading in general here. But anyways, he did submit it again here, episode 2. And I think today's episode, I have a way of combining that with another idea I saw here too, and a couple from the first episode, that will combine into one larger, more complex idea. And so it's not an original idea from you guys, but it is inspired by a couple of different comments you guys have made. So here's the plan. This episode, my character is going vegan. It is going to be no meats, no eggs, no anything that involves those animal products. We can't eat any of it. That leaves me with, right now, berries, and right now beets. But even then, beets in this game, beets have a face on them, so I think beets are not even allowed. Berries are the only thing really allowed to eat. Seaweed, I can eat seaweed just fine. That is totally acceptable. Fish is out. Obviously meat is out, and with that would go harming other passive animals. So no harming cows, no harming chickens. That fits back into Hayden's suggestion of don't kill chickens. So I'm gonna try it. I think I'm gonna fail it occasionally, and I don't know what the penalty for that is supposed to be. So the eating meat thing, that should be no problem. The going vegan thing shouldn't be an issue. And the nice thing about that, fitting into other people's rules, like Ray Crespin said, once the windmill is unlocked, only you create food that you eat for stamina regeneration. So created food only. So that's gonna make me back to episode 1. Someone also had the idea for only eating complex food. So this all kind of rolls together into one big rule then. Of going vegan is going to require complex meals, going to require only using my own food for the most part here, and also not killing animals. So that's the big thing. So we can get into the aspects of this. Let's get into the game here and see where we're at. We have so much to do, so little time to do it in. So we were kind of just trying to get enough money to add on the next island right now. And there's my little chicken buddies. Pretty soon they'll be taking over here, I think. If I don't kill them off, are they going to keep respawning and until I'm just taken over by cows and chickens? Because nothing else takes them all except for me. And before I kill this slime here, I think the elephant in the room here is how would a vegan react to enemy animals? I mean, a vegan might not eat a tiger, but would a vegan defend itself if it was getting attacked by a tiger? I feel like they would. That's kind of the analogy I would find here. My thing is, when we start getting enemies like those beasts that are pop up all the time, that drop beef, I won't eat the beef, obviously. That would be bad. But I think I still have to do something about the animal. I can't just let it go. I can't let it kill me. So I think we have to make the rule here. I mean, we're in charge of it. We gotta figure out what the minutia here is. Of would it be okay to kill a little defenseless little slime here? He's just doing his own thing. Yes, he is trying to kill me right now. But is that his fault? He's just doing his own nature here. I mean, obviously this is out. This whole thing here this is a vegan nightmare. You can't eat anything now. All of the animals have faces, or all the plants have faces. You can't eat anything. I think I just broke my rule there. We're killing a jelly for self-defense. I think that's what it is. Self-defense is allowed. I think that has to be the rule. Otherwise, I'm just gonna get wrecked by all the different manner of creatures that come along here. So that's the rule. We can harm the plants. We can harm the animals. We can not harm the animals. That's the opposite of what I'm saying here. We can harm the enemy animals. We can't eat any of the enemy animals. I can't eat jelly, even if I wanted to, I couldn't. We can't use leather. That's interesting. I mean, what level vegan are we talking about here? Because there's a point then, we might not be able to use any leather products I mean, a true vegan would not be using any leather. I mean, again, it's going to come down to, and that's going to limit a lot of upgrade options if that's the rule. I think it's going to focus on eating rather than all the clothing. I mean, some will look for, you know, other sources of clothing and that kind of thing as far as veganism goes, I suppose. And I personally am not a vegan. I have nothing against veganism. I don't think I have the patience in my real life for being a vegan. I get it. And I don't know if I don't think I can do it, is the thing. I don't think I have the willpower to do it. So respect to those that can. I get it, but at the same time, I can't. I just can't. So you gotta know your limitations. And I think that's the limitation for this character, because there'll be so many things that would be walled off. It's gonna strictly apply to food and not to using leather products. And that's going to be the nuanced approach we have to take with this, because if we take out leather, if we took out leather as an option, I couldn't do boots, gloves, obviously, can't do any of that. Craftsmanship, I can't do any royal clothing. I can't do any of it. Anything that involves royal clothing, which is a lot of things in this game, would not be available because leather is a component of those things. So I think just for the sake of being able to play the game still, we got to do that. I will say poop products. I think we can use those. I think for crafting purposes, even though it's coming off of an animal, it's not exactly an animal product. It's 100% like free range here. I mean, I think they're willingly giving up that poop. We're not making them give it. Milk, on the other hand, we can't do. We won't be able to do anything involving milk. Now, again, will it apply to things that involve milk? I mean, obviously the foods, obviously. The foods, anything that involves foods that have milk in them as a product, that's part of the rules. That's why I chose vegan instead of vegetarian, because it still offers a lot of different meals I can choose from. We should probably work on getting that today if I can. I have to work around this one here as a roadblock, I think, because I can't add on the pack space. So I have to work around it going down this way. So I'm getting the fishing trap bonuses there, and that's about it. Like this cow here, he's safe from me. You have nothing to fear from me, Mr. Cow. Nothing at all, unless I accidentally do something. And also, if I have a sword at some point, I think a lot of animals are gonna accidentally die. So I think that's where we got to talk about consequences here. I mean, what happens? What are the rules? What are the rules that can be broke? What happens if they break the rules? I won't intentionally try to break the rules, but what if I do break the rules? What happens then? Oh God! See, that's why we gotta be careful around here. Let's find that fairy. I thought I saw one around here someplace. I've been saving them just in case I need the hearts. And there was one over here. If I can get to it without getting hit more. This place is getting hard to navigate. I'm just not mining enough stuff. Oh God, we're gonna take our first loss here. I don't want to do that. Get this fairy. Okay. All right. That is one of the other things too. Someone suggested permadeath in this, and I'm not there yet. I feel like later in the season, when I'm ready to wrap this up, that's gonna be the way we end it, is adding in that rule. I mean, at some point, I'm not going to have to worry about it. But then we'll have to figure out ways of ending the season by, like, maybe reducing the number of hearts I have down to 1, and then setting the permadeath rule on. And then the series will be very shortly ended after that, I feel like. Now, back to consequences. I was trying to think of a fitting consequence if I accidentally eat a cheeseburger, or if I accidentally kill a cow here. I mean, what consequences do I have in this crazy world of ours that we've created here? And I think what the rule's gonna be is that if I accidentally kill a chicken, I need to stop. I need to take one stack from my inventory and delete it from the game. And I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know how I can pick, if there's a way of randomizing a pick. I don't know. I mean, I think maybe it'll be whatever's in the bottom left, like let's just pick a slot right now. Whatever ends up in like this slot right here, whatever ends up in that slot right there, I delete it if that happens. I think that's the rule. I think that's the rule we go with, because that seems like a fitting punishment for breaking the rules I have laid out here. And it's something I won't be able to do all the time. Maybe not even that slot. Maybe it's this slot here. I mean, I don't know. Pick a slot. Which one do you think it would be? Beginning or end? Would be like, these are the ones that are easiest to remember. One of these 4 slots here. Those would be the easiest for me to remember. And maybe it rotates. I don't know. Something like that might be interesting. But that's gonna be the rule. I'm gonna delete a stack of something. Delete something from my inventory when that happens, because it's gonna accidentally happen, and I'm gonna try to avoid it. It's gonna be the objective here is to avoid it as best I can. And to incentivize myself avoiding it, there's got to be consequences. So that'll be what it is. And once we get into some later, ooh, this is gonna be enough money to buy something, I think. Once we get into later things in the game here, we'll have some bigger questions that have to be answered with this. The things that I'm not even thinking about right now that we're gonna have to deal with. So like meat here. I think meat I can still use. We're collecting it from, what would we have gotten that meat from? It would have been from before. I think what we'll do is drop it off here. Now, someone in the comments suggested, why did you delete those things before? Actually, I have to cook it in order to turn it in here. So I have to sell it. I was gonna delete it from my inventory, so I'm not tempted. Remove the temptation. And I don't get any vegan powers like in Scott Pilgrim or anything like that. Like, I don't get any of that stuff. I'm just doing it. Unfortunately. But those are the rules. So, veganism. That's the new character trait. We gotta roll with it. And a lot is baked into that. So the cows will take over. A lot of things will be limited, I think, because there's certain scrolls, for instance, in the game, certain scrolls and potions which will increase animal drops and animal appearances. They'll like all of a sudden just make tons of animals appear around me. And if I am a vegan, I can't kill any of those animals. I'm going to have a serious problem if they do end up using one of those scrolls at some point. So I'm going to try to avoid doing that if I can. I guess the main thing is like the big question is the leather. I think the leather is the one that I was kind of concerned about, and I think it's a fair trade-off. Given how much we're limiting ourselves already with the lack of inventory space, I'm going to need to do something. So that's what it is. We won't use any product derived from an animal for our own purposes. Aside from leather, which will have to be sourced from enemy animals, not from passive animals, mind you. So I'm going to need leather, but I can only get it from enemies. And there's only one type of enemy that drops it, and that is the big, like, angry cow thing. That one's the only one that can actually drop it for us. And I don't think I can buy it. I think I can buy it from the trade, and that's going to be a thing. So that's where we're going to leave it now. That's where we're going to leave it. That's rule number 3. Veganism. And it's going to be complex. It's going to be difficult. And it's going to be a very methodical playthrough. Now, given that, I think as a rule, I think I can go back to having more than one table for things so I can speed things along a little bit better here. Because, I mean, we really slowed things down quite a bit last time. I need, what, 280 for the next area? What did I come up with before? 280? I want to say it's 280. Maybe it was a little less than that, but let's see if we can figure out how much that actually is. I think I get 12 for each. So 10 would be 120. Plus the 70 is 210. So I can't even do enough yet. Let's just do all 14 then. Let's do it all. Into coins. And I have the wallet now? Actually, no, I might be miscalculating there. I have the wallet now, so we could get more even. Let's see what our next upgrade is. I think what I really wanted to add on as far as the next land would be this one over here for 800. Because that's going to give us bones. And I need those badly. But I got to balance it out. So we have this one for 270, this one for 280, this one for 350, and this one for 320. But really what I would like to get up to is 800. If I can. It doesn't look like, well, we're at 124 right now. We might be able to get there. What's the next upgrade for the medium wall here? Topaz and hot peppers. So topaz I don't have at all. Hot peppers we can only get from the market, or we can get it from the desert. That is an option. That is an option. There were some other rules given out in the comments from last episode, and if you want to get your rules into episode 4, make sure to comment on this video with the rule you want to see pop up again. I'm doing that for a couple reasons. I'm going to draw from the past comments as well, like kind of inspiration from those, especially if no one else is posting comments anymore of what to try. But the reason I'm going with only the comments on the previous episodes is so that people are seeing the ones that it rewards the people that are still watching, basically. It lets me know that you're still watching, you want to see a rule added, you want to see your rule added. I don't want to add a rule for someone that's given up the series already, so that would be less fun. I want to reward the people that are sticking with it. So that's what the goal is going to be there. That's why it's Sure, it helps boost the videos a little bit, but not a whole lot. The comments, YouTube does look at that as a positive if they see comments on a video, but it doesn't really affect it really as much as just ranking well in search would do. It helps drive it up a little bit, but not. Episode 4 or something, it's not really going to matter too much. Going back to episode 1 and commenting, hey, Modi, this is a great idea. Thanks for doing this. That would be very, very helpful. But going on episode 4 and leaving a comment it boosts a little bit. It boosts engagement a little bit, but it's not really a huge deal. Anyways, it's not just born of the, you know, go make sure to like and comment on this video to drive it up in the search rankings. It really helps me out. That whole thing that every YouTuber says, that is not really going to matter here. What I want is to engage the viewer. That's you guys watching, and those people still commenting on this to see the rules added. If you don't have a rule that you want added, just want to say, hey, appreciate the series. I like what you've done. I don't like this rule. I like this rule. I think this is going to be complex or something like that. Like, just go ahead and do that. That's all I have to say about it. So as I said, I guess that's not completely done here yet. What I'll say is make sure to leave your comments after this video and get your voice heard if you want to see your idea still used. Keeping in mind the things that have progressed so far. So certain things you might not want to have rules anymore because it would be too bogged down at this point. I don't know. We'll see. And now that's why I'm using my judgment. I'm not going random for the results there, because we have to do the things that are going to be the most easily implemented, I would say. Not necessarily easy. Like veganism, it's not going to be easy. But we'll do the ones that are going to be the most interesting, let's say. See, like fish, I can't use that. Oh wait, can I turn it in though to the museum? Museum doesn't want fish. It wants cooked fish. And that is where the problem comes in. Because could a vegan work in a restaurant where they have to prepare fish for someone, even if they're not eating it? Would they be willing to do that? That's the question. They probably wouldn't want to. They probably would rather not work there. Similarly, I don't know how we're going to feel about eggs. I mean, I'm not using them for anything except for the museum here. Fish was not in there, by the way. Like, can I, you know, at some point, the way in the past we've done this is you go around and you kill a bunch of chickens, or you feed a bunch of chickens animal feed, and they drop milk and eggs. Now, I'm not going to be consuming these things, so that's I think the rub there. I think that's the way we get around that by still keeping to the vegan tradition of not eating anything non-vegetarian. But then it becomes, well, where's the line between vegan and vegetarian then? Is it just a vegetarian playthrough? And I think that it might be, actually. Now I'm thinking about it, because vegan would imply that we're not using any products at all that have, well, I guess, no, I mean, cheese would be considered vegetarian. Yeah, that's what it is. So cheese would be off limits, but if you're vegan, it is off limits. If you're a vegetarian, it wouldn't be. So that's the rub there. That's why I wanted to go vegan instead of vegetarian. Okay, glad I solved that for you. Live on camera, you can see my thought process of things I've decided in the past that I'm realizing I decided that were good ideas, and now I'm working backwards to figure out why that was such a good idea. And the reason is because it limits my recipe options. So we're gonna look for salads. We're gonna look for, I don't even know what we can make. I think salads might be the go-to thing. We need a little bit more money. I mean, I don't know if I can get up to 800 today. Not without selling something. And I'm not mining anything at the moment because I'm just walking around trying not to kill animals. So, we need to get gold, and that's the main thing I'm focusing on here. I should probably just focus on getting anything. But if I accidentally kill a chicken in the process, I might be deleting that whole stack. Maybe it needs to be a severe penalty. Maybe the penalty needs to be whatever I have the most of. That would certainly be severe. I have to delete whatever I have the most of in my inventory at a given time. And I wouldn't say no, I have to go over here and go take a look through all of this to see what's in there. So like I would put like stuff I need to like definitely save in there. But I don't know. I don't. What I also don't want to do is have to game the system. I don't want to have to like figure out, oh, this is, I have to do this to get around that. That kind of thing. Okay, so we're on to I gotta make sure I gotta make sure I don't accidentally make this backpack. I keep looking at it like, oh my gosh, I should do that. No, I can't. That's the rule. I can't do that. It's settled law. We cannot. I refuse. I could. I refuse. So that's where we're at there. The inventory space has not been too bad of an issue. The thing that's gonna be frustrating here though is when you get these things filled and you have the whole pack here filled, you have to delete something in order to change out what's in here. So that's still going to be a factor, even though I have more space. The revised recipes, I did check between episodes here to see if their old recipe was something much cheaper for the vaults, and it was. The recipe for steel has changed over the development. So he's made it a harder recipe to come by. So steel is a little more rare and hard to come by, especially early game here. So that is a good thing. That is a good thing. It's going to extend the gameplay. It's going to extend. I mean, it's adding in some grind, of course, but that's what this game is. I've said before, this game is just 100% grind. I don't think I'm getting 800 though. I mean, I don't even know what we're getting as far as gold right now. Let's take a look. Let's just do one. We're at 264. I'm gonna have to do math on camera, which is always a risky thing, always a risky proposition to put forth. 264. 74. Oh, that's easy. I know that one. I know the answer to that one. It's 10. I'm only getting 10? I gotta get this new medium wallet, but I can't get that without moving out to the desert. And even that is gonna be expensive because the next desert one would be right here, be 420. So I can't do that very easily. Unless I get myself the upgrade for the market. Did I make that yet? Did I get that upgrade yet? I'm not sure if I did. Economic. I did buy the market last time. That does seem the most logical way forward. There is someone that had the rule of don't sell anything, only craft things to make things. And that really was a very specific thing I just said. Only use things to craft things to make things. Oh, he meant only use the forge here to make gold is what I'm trying to say. Don't sell anything is the short answer to that. Short way of phrasing that. I'm just looking around for gold right now. So I think what we should do though is we should do it for now. Until it becomes an official rule, I should be just doing these things. So we need 20 bricks. It was only 10. I don't know why it said 20. I do need 20 though. I also need leather, and I don't have any of the regular leather, do I? So we have to find more of those animals, which means I need to clean up this area so we get them to spawn. I need to add more lands in so we get them to spawn more often. And then we'll have plenty, I'm sure. I'm sure we will eventually. What else do we need for this? I just need that, right? Economic, market, leather, and wood. Okay. We're right there then. We'll get that going here. Let's cut down some of this stuff then. Because I think what's happening is that they're not spawning because there's just no room for them to spawn at the moment. That's our level up. That's good. If we don't do the market though, we've wasted a level also. So I gotta do it. I gotta do it. And we're gonna eat these berries because I am limiting myself on fish traps right now. No good reason for that at the moment. I don't have a rule against it just yet. Until I add these rules in, I should just be playing with them off. And I don't want to progress too far, but if someone makes a rule of don't do this anymore, I have to abide by that. And going forward, from that point forward, we won't do it anymore. I did 10 before, I need to do another 10. And then we need to focus on getting more gold. I have 3. We need level up here. Let's take a look. All right. So leveling up. Someone in the comments suggested one of the ideas is that I should have to go in a cycle of going like 1 economic and then 1 magic and then 1 foraging and then 1 industry and keep going around the clock there basically. And that's not a bad idea. They also said wait until you have to do 4 in order to do it all at once. And that would be a bit of a grind to wait that long. That said, I did say I want to try to get down to like, I think it's right here or right here is where I need to get food unlocked. And it would be much more convenient to be able to do that. So I think we're going to try to get there today. So something to consider, you could say outlaw anything from here, like say outlaw optics or outlaw banking or something like that as a rule. Just to give you guys some ideas. Certain things like I don't never use X upgrade or something like that. Like that could be a rule that I don't know if I'll follow it or not. I don't know if I'll pick it. Depends on what's available as other options. That said, I'm not going to unlock the bow yet because it doesn't really help me enough. Unlocks cooked meat, bows, and arrows. So there is a reason to go with that one if you want cooked meat. What I need right now, though, I'm not going to get meat. I'm going to go with fishing here. Unlocks cooked fish. Not that I can eat that, but we're going to go with that as the next step because I need to go what's below it, which is the real cooking. This one. Cooking. Unlocks mayo, sugar, and cheese. So sugar's okay. Cook pots are okay. Cheese is not okay. Mayo's not okay because those are with eggs and milk. So I can't do those. We will unlock that one next though, just so I have more options of things to make. And we need the windmill. So I need like 2 upgrades inside of that one right now to get forward here. And let's look around for the guy that we want to kill here. It might be that there's too many animals around. That's another thing too, is that I didn't think of, is that it just won't spawn because there's too many animals. Could happen. Someone said, I think it was in the first episode, I don't think they've commented on it in this time around, but they said, don't build swords until we have all of the islands unlocked. That would be an interesting rule. It would be make me grind towards getting the islands, but they also said you have to have all the dungeons done before you can make swords. And that would be a big challenge. So fighting these bosses with a pickaxe would be tough. It would be tough. I really need to get, I'm mining a thing I can't mine. That's the problem there. Wasting energy for no good reason. We need to get that guy to spawn back here because I need that leather in order to progress now. As you can see, it slows things down quite a bit. I need to get this stuff all mined here. Okay, let's keep focusing on getting the leather then. We need to get let's see. We need the leather to get the We need the leather to get the market. We need the market to get the leather right now. Unless we find one of those animals that run around. We can get maybe one off of that. I need to have the market though. If we're gonna play through this way, I think I gotta have it. Someone said don't buy anything, but yeah, it's not an official rule yet. Let's swap out some things here before my pack gets full. Let's throw this in there. Let's get these out. Like I said, we gotta maintain swapping around like this. We can't we can't let it get full. It will swap too much. I mean, we'll have to like delete too much in order to do it. I could turn some stuff into the I'm breaking the beets right in front of these folks. Again, I think beets are also off limits. So no beets as a meal option because beets are our friends in this. He's our buddy. You are amazing and we love you. See, I can't kill him. And all these beets, I'm sure, are just like miniature versions of him. And he's sweet, so I can't eat any beets. I am digging them up though. I shouldn't. Then again, I mean, this is gonna get taken over by beets if I don't. So I might have to fight him back. I almost hit a chicken. I almost did chicken. Luckily, it wouldn't be a one-hit kill at this point because we aren't like super strong or anything like that. But I almost hit him. Killing a chicken is accidentally hitting a chicken is fine if it's an accident. I won't do it on purpose. But killing a chicken, that would be consequences. Consequences would be necessary, and that has to be a thing. And once we get further in the game, I think it'll be more apparent what the consequence for things should be. But that's the only one. Like backpack, I feel like the backpack would be game over if I accidentally make a backpack because there's no way to come back from that. It would just be replaced by a harder rule, I think, or 2 more rules. It would have to be the only way to deal with that one. Because that's like intrinsic. The killing a chicken thing can happen so quickly, and it can happen repeatedly, and it's not going to be the only time it ever happens. So I can't think the punishment has to fit the crime, is the deal. So that's the idea there. What I could do is finally open these chests up. Let's open up a chest finally, because I think we've been holding ourselves back a little bit with that. And let's do that. I don't think we're gonna get anything that's gonna be too overpowered or anything like that. We might get an extra heart as an option, which would be good. We can choose extra energy though, or extra strength if we want to, as the options there. So I think, that can also be a rule added in. No heart upgrades. Stuck with 3, or reduced hearts even could be a thing. Let's open this guy over here first. We got ourselves the vampire wings. Chance to recover health when killing enemies. Yes, 30% chance to recover health. I like it. Let's get this fairy here too. Fairies are not considered vegan or anything pertaining to that because I'm not eating them. As far as I know, my character's not eating them. He's just going up to them and saying hi. So it's okay to use those guys, I think. I'm close. I should just do it. I should just get the next thing. Can I do it? I can. Okay, let's just get another land here because we got to do something. We got to push this way forward somehow. And we can't do it in the current situation here. So let's get that land unlocked. 800's too far away. I think the intention is that you should be using shovels to dig stuff up and get bones from that. And it's the idea right now. So, yeah, that is what the game thinks we should be doing right now. We should have we shouldn't have leveled the way we did, according to the game, because we should have the ability to get bones at this point without moving on to the next island. Because 800 is a lot at this point in the game. So getting 10 bones though from the holes in the ground would not be a huge stretch. I'm gonna get more berries here because I'm running low on food finally here. Did we get a topaz? We got a topaz. What we're gonna make with topaz? Something. Little boots. What was it? The medium wallet. Yes, the hot peppers. Okay, we got 284. Let's add in that land because otherwise we're gonna be sitting here forever. Should we do this one or this one is the next question. Let's do this guy. Okay, we got the fairy fountain. That's fun. She wants 1,000 coins. And also fairies spawn over here more often. That's good. I'm gonna try to keep this area clean. That's what I'm gonna try to do today. I'm gonna like branch out here. I'm gonna try to knock down everything I can to keep this area as a good spawnable spot. And I'm probably gonna lose that battle because as you can see, things are spawning much faster than I can take them out. I just took out 2 things and 3 more spawns, so it's a never-ending losing battle here. If I can keep this one clear though, enemies will spawn over here maybe. And also with more lands, more chance of bad enemies showing up is the idea. I am a little concerned about the beet takeover. Again, oh, I just killed one. Again, I'm not gonna say the beets should be eaten. I am just gonna say they're gonna get in the way. So just like I'll deal with the animals at some point. I don't know how we're gonna deal with that. I really don't. I don't know how. Like animals are gonna take over here. I think they might be limited as far as how many they can spawn right now. But I'm disappointed we're not getting any more leather. Should I make another key and open that one up too? Let's do it. Those bonuses are too good. I think I gotta get them. Let's go with another key. I need iron. I have no iron? Really? I've neglected it for a while, so we can just do this for... Oh, I don't want to do that many. Let's do this like couple. And after it's done, I'll sit here and do it all day, I guess. Oh, her, yes. Oh, there he is. There he is. Self-defense, self-defense, self-defense. I have to be yelling self-defense for this to work also. That's the only way it works. Inventory is full. Let's make that leather. There we go. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, cool. I am satisfied with that. So we need to do one more leather and we can get this guy to spawn again down there. I'm going to go back up here again. Increases the odds of him spawning down there. I think they need a lot of room to spawn is the deal. The slimes seem like can spawn on a 1x1. He might need like a 2x2 and there's not many 2x2 areas in my whole thing here. So that could be the deal. All right, so we have one more leather. We need one more still. And let's cook you up. That done. Let's see if he showed up again. He's not back. We're only getting like 1 per night. Hello there, sweet child. Let my friends rest your weary body. I need to ask you for a very small donation. I will reward you with the power of my fairies. May light shine on your quest. 4 out of 1,000. I don't have that much money. And I won't for a long time. But it's a nice source of energy, which is good. Where's this dude? Is he gonna respawn or what? Let's see one more, please. One more. Night's almost done here already. I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it this episode. Just building a simple market when you can't kill cows is difficult. Like, look at this area. I can't do anything about this. There's so much stuff here. By the time I mine it all, it'll be the next day. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. And we did not make much progress today at all, honestly. I don't think I did. I bought one land. That was it. That was my progress. That was my contribution for this day. There's just so many things. And as you can see, I'm not playing this off Wait, is this poop? Oh, shoot. I thought this would be like a hidden leather there for some reason. I'm not playing this at all off camera. In the past, I'll like grind out a little bit and do things like that because it is good to do off camera. But this time around, because there's rules, I don't want to be, you know, doing things off camera that might break the rules. So I'm going to try to keep it all on camera, which means we're going to have these episodes where not much happens. And, but that alone is its own metagame for me, because every episode that I delay things, every episode that I don't make good progress in, is another rule added in, which will complicate things further. We just got another cow to spawn. Another cow! I'm like the world's like worst vegan, because I'm not excited to see all these animals alive still. I contributed to this mess, but I'm not at all doing anything about it. We did get a level though, quick. I should probably do that, see if there's anything that'll help me out. I don't think there will be. I just said so many things here. So many things. And we need more steel again already. Because I'm out of space again. Just like that, out of space. What do I even do here? I can make one more steel. Not gonna do anything for me. I think, well, what can we do? Let's look at our levels up here first before we wrap up this episode, because we're getting late in it. Let's see, unlocks. The furnace is working faster. No, not gonna help me. Coinage creates 4 every time. Okay, that might be good. That'll help me progress faster. Cooking is what I want to unlock here. Now, the windmill I also need to unlock to do a lot of this, I think, but I think I could do this. Let's do this one today. Unlocks cook pots, and then we can get the shovel and windmills from this one. Unlocks bread also. So then we can get veracity, get more energy when eating. There is slain enemies drop coins, which will certainly help me a little bit of grinding out money. That would be very good also. So there's a lot of options to go through down the foraging path. And normally foraging is the one I think the least of, generally. It's like fish doesn't help me at all. Nobody wants it. I can't do anything about it. I could cook it and give it to the thing now. That is an option. We should make a cook pot before we wrap up this episode. It is on industrial? Where is it? Economic? No? Magical? Oh, we unlocked we unlocked the inscription table last time. We never used it. That might help us a little bit here too. Someone's rule in the comments was no magic, I think, or no scrolls. But seeing as how that's not our thing right now, we could still do that. And an inscription table's not that bad, is it? Oh no, we can do it right now. Let's build it. This area is getting full up of stuff, but I gotta do like 40 now, don't I? I need 40 for the cook pot. 40 bricks, yeah. So I'm gonna have to cook even more if I just did that. So yeah, that's the meta game of this, is that I have to stay on top of mining stuff. Right now the grind is so real that I can't mine stuff fast enough to keep up with it respawning here. Luckily over here we have a lot of gold respawning, which is good. I need that badly. So far pack space has been okay too. This episode I don't think really had too much management aside from the fish, occasional fish. Well, let's get the cook pot here done and then we'll wrap up this episode, I think. We need to do another furnace then to get that done faster. Do 15 there, and then this will be done in a minute, and then I can put another 5 back into there. Because it's not an official rule yet, I'm not doing it. But if you still want to see that one come in there where I can only do one of each type building, it's going to be tough, and I might pick it, but we'll see. The grind will be real for sure. I just need to get a better pickaxe, is really, that's the main thing. If I can get to the point of getting the shovels now, then I can get the pickaxe upgrade, and then the things will start falling faster here, where I can actually keep up with the demand over here. Or get to the point of automation, where I don't have to worry about mining myself, and then this stuff will all be clear eventually. Even that, though, it's going to be tough, because it's going to take steel to make those things. And I'm not going to have a lot of steel. Not a lot of it. The change of recipe there affected things a lot. Can't do it. No room. Okay. So once we get the cookpot built, I can take a look and see what recipes we can and can't make, and then we can see where my character might be able to go to. And I want to do that before we wrap up this episode here. So let's get this all cooked up there. Let's look around for our guy to get our last piece of leather that we need to build a damn. We need to build a market. That's what we need. A lot is getting held back by that right now. Is that one over there? Ah, chickens. Chickens! Everywhere. That's the problem. I think they're only spawning in new lands because there's no other animals over there. Let's get this done first. And then I can cook up all this gold. And we should be able to maybe make another land by the next time. 5 more. Let's cook this gold up. All of it. How am I doing on coal? 27. So yeah, let me know down below in the comments what you think the best direction. First of all, comment on what you want rules added, and then what you think the best direction would be for punishments of breaking the rules. Like what should happen. I think deleting a stack is probably the level of punishment I'd want on this. It seems fitting, but I just don't know which way I should go with it. Should I do the most items? Should I do whatever I have the least of? Should I do what has the most value? Because I can see the value of stuff right here. Whatever is going to be the most expensive to get rid of or something like that. I don't know. Like if you told me to get rid of this right now, that would be terrible. That would ruin my day if I had to get rid of all that leather at this point. So I have to be very, very careful not to accidentally kill anything I didn't want to actually kill. And that would be a challenge in itself. Okay, we have our cook pot right now. Let's go. All right. Space is at a premium, and I'm still going to build it right over here. We can always rebuild it later. I don't think we get 100% back of our stuff, but coal? Really? I thought I was doing okay on coal. We are and we aren't, I guess. I need 27, or I need 34 or something like that. I have 31 now. I think this should be enough. It's under farming, right? I just saw it. 40. Let's visit one of these fairies here. That's going to be better than eating food. Oh, one of them disappeared. I'm going to eat a lot of bread. I'm a very carb-heavy diet now going forward too, I think. Kill 100 enemies. We've done that before we've gotten really far in the game at all. Uh, 34. 38. Let's just cook up the last couple. Oh, here we go. All right, there's 40. Let's put the cook pot down. Okay, so we can make soup has bottled milk. Can't make that one. Fruit salad is fine. Meat skewer, obviously not. Milk, no. Cookies is a yes. We can make cookies. Flour and sugar is fine. Pizza and sandwiches. Definitely not sandwiches. Definitely not pizza. Cookies. So cookies, soup, not soup. Fruit salad. Sushi's not gonna work. Cookies and fruit salad. And that's it. That's all I can have. Cookies and fruit and soup. Not soup. Fruit salad. Fruit salad and cookies are the only thing I was gonna eat. And that's it. That's all the things that are allowed. So that's what it's gonna be what my meals are then. A lot of fruit salad and maybe bread and other simple things like that maybe. A lot of bread probably. Because that's gonna be very easy to make with all of this wheat I have. Anyways, guys, the episode's run long now. I have to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Get out of here, cow. I don't want to hurt you. I'll be back tomorrow, I think, for another episode. Leave your comments down below of the rules that you'd like to see added in, and we'll take a look at that. And if you have any ideas for punishment, as far as like if I accidentally kill a chicken or a cow, what should happen? Let me know. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for checking out this episode, and I'll be back for another one very soon. Have a good night.